Hi everyone and welcome back to Sonic Academy with me, Chris, and young Philip.
Hello.
This is part 2 of the Sonic Academy Rewind we are doing in the Techno style.
Yeah.
Yep. So earlier on we looked at some tracks, we picked out the best bits of those tracks, we created some drums, a tom sort of bass line, and then backed that up with a Anna bass line. We were having some cutouts with audio and we discovered it was...
It was the invisible limiter was in demo mode after I'd done a new installation, so it's all my fault. I'm sorry.
So we have lashed Phil 17 whips, and now we're back at it. So that is our want. What are we going to do next then?
Some hats, some vocally stuff, maybe a bit of atmosphere, something like that.
Okay. And then once we finish this on YouTube, it's free to everyone, then we head on over to the subscribers to our site, and then you watch us build the track and arrange out and master and mix and do all the cool...
all the interesting stuff.
Yeah, cool. So go and subscribe. So Phil, take it away.
Okay. Sure. What have we got so far? Yeah, sounding pretty good. I mean, we'll tweak all that as we go along. I just want to sort of get some other elements in. We'll throw in another drum rack, and we'll throw in some shakers. Shaker samples, Chris. Where would Sonic Academy get you some shakers?
Shakers.
Progressive House hats, maybe?
Yeah.
That's hits.
Hits, yeah. Close.
We'll be using some of them later, I'd imagine.
Oh.
Very loud in here.
Yeah. There you go. 7.
There's a nice shaker.
Nice shaker. And I'm sure if you scroll down, I'm sure in some of the loops, there's some shaker loops.
I don't think we'll need shaker lips today. I like that.
Cool, interesting.
Okay, so we'll just get a basic looking for our
So you're looking for a big off?
yeah. Then we want a couple of accentuators. Like those maybe. Maybe another one of
I like that very top one. Yeah.
I like this one maybe for like 16ths. And I'm going to just pitch that 10 down. If you want, those are quite sort of clean sounding and pretty.
Overdrive.
No, we're not going to use overdrive. This is just something. Use a bit of redux. So you just hear, just the real top end. Just sort of scrunches it up a bit.
Yeah. It gives it, a lot of techno uses vintage gear, which would have been 12-bit. So, gives it that authentic feel.
So it's all a bit straight. So
yeah, it's very machine gunny, isn't it?
Yeah. We can add some swing. These SP1200 swings have velocities in them. The standard Ableton ones don't. So you can throw these in, and it'll sort of mess with the velocities a bit more. So,
And if you don't know what SPL 1200 is, Phil, it's
an
a
EMU drum machine, isn't it? EMU?
Akai.
No, I think it was EMU.
It was EMU.
EMU SP12.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
classic drum machine. Hip hop guys were using it a lot.
But it had a really unique groove to it that loads of people loved, and you can hear happening.
So we've got. I think we stuck on 54 there. So we can hear there with the velocity. So we don't want it too skippy because we still want that sort of drive in there. And I'll try and stick this on the toms and the bass. Sometimes it'll not necessarily work having the same groove on both elements.
Does it work for you? Yeah.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Yeah, if I'm honest, I would probably change
The bass line.
It's just a bit. It's a bit boring. It's a bit.
Ploddy or something, is it?
Just want it deeper. Again, I mean, we're sort of going against the grain of it's all supposed to be in tune, but you know, it's more important to me to have a deeper bass line than totally in tune. It's in the same key, so we were in a G, and I'm putting it down to a D, which is a fifth. I wouldn't put it to an E, because then that would be a bit too dissonant. Do you know what I mean? It'd be only down a fourth, so it would maybe even actually create a major chord or something like that.
Yeah. Whereas
So
a perfect fifth will.
Perfect fifth keeps it sort of.
The frequency Nazis will be falling off their chair at this point.
I know.
Going, no, you can't do it. You can do it. Do what
whatever
sounds good.
Yeah. So I'll fire a few more notes in.
Trans bass.
And I'll just put some. Still keeps it a bit off kilter there. The other thing we can do is put a bit of slide and legato on. Maybe overlap some of these
Notes. So we're getting really wobbly, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, and some of the bass lines got up a semitone from the root note, which gives it that darkness,
yeah.
that dissonant sort of.
We could maybe go clap. I know it's a hot, but it's clappy. Another thing you can do with these, some of them are stereo, some of them are not. If you want to just make it a bit more crazy stereo, you can do the old simple delay trick. Take sync off on both of them. One down, one up. Yeah, it's sounding good.
Yep. At some point, you're gonna have to have a ride in there, or a.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna put a ride on just
Separate
a
track.
simpler. Yeah, I'm gonna. I want to try and keep on when I'm making a new track. I want to think of elements that I want to process together. So I could throw that into drum racks, and then I could process it on the sort of channel in the drum racks. But accessing the automation inside drum racks is a bit more complicated. So it's an extra button click. So if I'm going to be doing a lot of automation on something, I'll probably give it its own channel just so it's easy to access that automation. Don't have to go through as many drop downs to get it.
You looking for rides?
Yeah.
Try that hat folder and right down the bottom. The hat folder.
Hats.
Yeah. And right, scroll down. There.
There's
There you go.
a classic 990. Simpler. Sounds good, that?
Truly lo-fi. Dark.
Sounds like some sort of rave thing. No reason why you couldn't just keep it like that.
Yeah,
I would
it's kind of
probably-
interesting, yeah.
Probably be fine. We are making scary techno, but that's.
Yeah.
Is that the right? Is that the same ride we put in?
Yeah, 3.
So. That's the original. I might actually keep it like that, and then I'll probably some sort of delay type thing.
Are you gonna try and make are you gonna make these slushy or keep them tight?
Slushy.
I think that answers my question.
Slushy, yeah. And then we'll fire the compressor over it as well.
Cool.
Again, we could darken those up with that sort of redux trick. If we want to, maybe it'll not sound just as nice on the ride. We could even go. Should do it after. I'm just going to take these accents and bring the volumes down on them, or the velocities.
Cool, that sounds good, yes.
Yeah.
Really cool. And what would you do next? What would just one other part then before we move
vocals.
on to,
We sort of downloaded a couple of vocally things.
spoken words.
Yeah, movies are great for vocals.
I think if you do a search online for movie spoken word vocals samples.
Yeah, I think there's moviewabs.com and there's a couple of other ones. So maybe you'll guess what this film's about.
And it has always been due to human error.
So we want pitch it down, complex pro.
And it has always been due to human error. To human error. Human error. Human error. Human error.
So we just want that wee snippet. I'll actually take the loop off, and then I'm going to assign this to a key. I'll assign this to just the one key. It just means I can trigger it whenever I want. And we'll get some effects on it. What do we go for? Just want to crunchy it up a bit. We want to delay it a bit.
Grain delay.
Yeah, grain delay is a good call.
I have all the best calls.
Human error. Human error. Human error.
Bit more dull feedback on that.
Human error.
Bit of random pitch, sync change.
Human error.
You're just offsetting the sync a little bit there to
Yeah, just to it'll delay the channel slightly, so you sort of
with
start
each
to get this
repeat,
stereo spread.
yeah, that's really nice.
Human error.
And there was a lot of sort of higher frequencies when we were listening to the tracks. The vocals seemed to have a bit more sort of.
Human error. Human error.
Sort of more whispery, weren't they?
Human error.
And then a bit of reverb as well. We'll use our don't want to do too much mixing because we're sort of just building stuff
Parts,
up
yeah.
a bit. Reverbs. Yeah, can't go wrong with Valhalla Room. That's already on there. Cool. Yeah, this is my default Ableton setup, so I have a few things already on. One of my favorite presets for the bigger
Cistern.
spaces. Yeah, the Bright Cistern. It's like really big, so you can bring down the decay a bit. And another thing I should say is I stuck the delays actually on this channel because I want to be. These are going to be an element that we're going to be automating again.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we have it on a return,
Other stuff.
will go. That'll be going through. It'll get automated. So we want to just it's a key element of our track. So we and again we're not going to have 30 or 40 tracks. We're going to have maybe 10 or 12 tracks. So we can afford to put effects directly on channels. We're not thinking, oh god, we're going to have 25 reverbs on each channel and it's going to bite up all our CPUs. So. So I got this on B. I've also got a gate reverb, which I use a lot. This is my default setup, so I have the big room and the gate on, and the gate's nice on drums, so I might actually stick it on these hats just to give them a bit of space. Just something subtle, just to give them. Kick is just a bit soft there, so I'm just gonna. We can quickly assign some other keys to stuff. So let's assign some mutes. That's our bass. That's our bass, isn't it?
Cool.
Yes.
There you go, guys. That's the first part done. This is the Sonic Academy Rewind. We now head over to the site where you will get the rest, where we're going to arrange out, create a few more parts.
Yeah, we'll create 3 or 4 more parts, and we'll do all the really cool stuff, which will be sort of the effects and automation. And I would say the last hour will be spot effects
Yeah.
on automation and mixing stuff.
And
so
if you subscribe to the site, you will be able to get the project files and all the samples associated with it to download.
all the presets we use and all the samples and a whole heap.
So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all very, very soon.